Hey friends, it's March the 2nd on Read Through the Word, and we are going to be looking at Numbers 13, discussing the scouting report. Well, our key verse is 28, but I want to jump in before that, and I want to read 27. Now let's remember, well, before we even read those, let's remember what God has told them. What God has promised, what God has done for his people throughout this journey. He has never broken a promise to them. He has told them from the beginning what he's going to do, where he's going to take them. He might not have told them how he's going to get them there. Don't we all want to know how we're going to get there? Oh. Would we be obedient? More pleasant to get along with if we knew how we were going to get there? I don't know. You know, I tend to think that we are, I'm sorry when I impose my weaknesses and my things that I struggle with on you all. For me, I think I would still complain. Honestly, even if I had the road mapped out right in front of me, I believe I would still find something to complain about. Because there would be some detail left out, or some place that I had to go that I didn't necessarily want to go or go through. So just speaking candidly for myself, even if it was mapped out before me, I probably would still complain. So they were provided for, they were taken care of, they were led, they committed to obey God, they've received the law, they've received the miraculous, and honestly, it's hard to believe that this happened, this experience with them happened. It really is. Verse 27 says in chapter 13, this was their report to Moses. So we sent 12 people out. Interesting. Did you note 40 days? So many things happen in 40 days, 40 years, 40 things. I'm a number person, so maybe even start underlining. I mean, one year I numberlined. I just totally put those two words together. I underlined all the threes or third days or references to three. It's interesting. So they sent 12 out. They're gone for 40 days. No idol making here in this 40 days. This was their report to Moses. So they come back. We entered the land you sent us to explore. And it is indeed a bountiful country, a land flowing with milk and honey. Well, tell me something I don't already know. God's already told them that was happening. Here is the kind of fruit it produces. But the people living there are powerful, and their towns are large and fortified. So they're powerful. They've got lots of towns that are huge, huge towns, and they are very well protected. We even saw giants there, the descendants of Anak. Okay. I read this on Enduring Word from David Guzik. Unbelief often presents itself as being factual, practical, and down to earth. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? We have been through that in-between. Remember that in-between that we talked about many weeks ago. We went from the beginning we're in this in between. We've experienced God. We've we've seen God work. We've received from God. We're right on the edge of we're right there. And wow. We get this report. We get this alternating report that's in direct opposition to what we've been told. Or we see facts. We see something practical. We see with our eyes and we think, oh, I know it's too good to be true. There's no way that was going to happen. The enemy starts whispering in our head and he starts telling us, yeah, I just went on to let you go, but I knew this was going to happen. God is not going to take you there. He just brought you right up on the edge. Excuse me. He brought you right up on the edge so you could see where you're not going. Our God does not take us to the edge of where we're going and to show it to us and say, yeah, never mind. That's not who our God is. No. Our God blesses us with all spiritual blessings. He blesses us out of the abundance of heaven. And he is not a teaser. He's not. He's not going to tease his children. Please know that. If you're right there, I don't know where you are, but if you're right there and you're listening to the factual and you're looking at the practical and you are seeing everything that looks to be down to earth true, and the enemy is telling you something completely different, I am so sorry. Hear me on this. Write this down. My God does not tease me. My God is not going to tease you. He's not going to. He's either going to follow through with his word and he is going to bless you and take you there, or he would have never told you were going there in the first place. All right? Let's just agree with that. Let's lay the level field out. Let's level out the field. Let's agree on that. Please hear me. God is not going to tease you. No, he would have just said, he would have never started the journey in the first place with these people. And he would never start leading you to a place and lead you right to the edge and say, no. I just wanted you to see what you were missing. No, that's not our God. That's mean. That's callous. That's cold. That's not God. No. So I love this quote from him because it made me think, okay, factual, practical, down to earth. When I see things with my eyes and I reason things with my own thinking, I'm flirting with unbelief. That's what I'm doing. I'm flirting with unbelief. God sees a different scouting report than what gets reported to us. Okay? Write that down in your notes. My God, personalize that. My God sees a different scouting report than what is being reported to us. What's reporting to with our senses, our eyes, our ears, our mind. What's being reported to us, our God sees something completely different. He sees the back of the tapestry, the front of the tapestry, as well as the back of the tapestry. He sees the finished product, as well as all the weaving and the knots and all the different colors. I mean, you've probably seen behind the back of a tapestry. He sees that, but he sees the other side. He sees from point A all the way to the next point, to B, C, wherever we're going. Here's what our God sees. When our report says giants, his report says undersized. No, they're no match for me. No. When we see when our report says defeat, his report says victory. When our report says powerful, his report says weak and conquerable. I got that. I didn't bring you here to have you defeated. Nope. I said I was going to do. I said what I was going to do. I've done it. And here we are. And you're not even going to believe me. So we have two choices. We can limit God's power with our doubt and miss the promise completely. Because we're sitting there looking at the factual, the practical, and the down to earth. We're flirting with unbelief. Not only are we flirting with unbelief, but we've decided to just embrace it. So we can limit God's power with our doubt and miss the miracle. Or we can believe God's power with trust and experience the promise. We have two choices. Now, what convicted me is, man, what did I miss along the way? And what am I missing? Because I'm looking at the factual, practical, and down to earth. What am I missing? And that makes my heart ache. It really does. I don't think I want to know. I think I just want to do better from this point on and not see what I've missed. Woo. Yeah. So let's be careful with those alternating reports. Yeah, let's be careful. They can trip us up. Trip us up. Big time. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.